Welcome. My name is Gia McLaughlin, and I am the Academic Success Coordinator for the School of Electrical, Computer, and Energy Engineering. I support the advising staff for our online campus students. This particular session has been recorded, and it is an abridged version of our live session. The reason I say that is if you are newly admitted and have not registered for this presentation in a facilitated Zoom live session, please email us at askeeonline@asu.edu or call us at 480-965-3424 to register. The advisor facilitating the session will be assigned to you after your active participation. The session is designed to assist all of our students to acclimate to the ASU and the online campus, and the advisor will follow up with you after your participation with a detailed review of recommended courses, any resources you might need, etc. Finally, and again, this recorded presentation is an abridged version of the live session. A brief overview today, we're going to cover the program curriculum, transfer credit evaluation information if that applies to you, the ASU online format, strategies for success, and some final thoughts, tips, and resources. The electrical engineering curriculum, if you haven't reviewed it yet, is 120 hours minimum of required coursework. If you have reviewed the major map, you will have noticed 5 math classes, which could be up to 7 based on your math assessment or transfer coursework, chemistry for engineers, physics, lower division electrical engineering core required classes, upper division electrical engineering core required classes, a 6-credit year-long senior capstone project, 6 credits of first-year composition, and then 15 credits of humanities and social behavioral sciences. The areas of specialization for electrical engineering are electronic circuits, physical electronics and photonics, electromagnetics, communications and signal processing, control systems, and electrical power systems. This program is a broad program designed to teach core electrical engineering concepts and introduce you to the specialization areas. The goal here is to prepare you to work in a variety of industries upon graduation. Certainly when you get to your upper division coursework, you will find that you're selecting some of these pathways and associated technical electives. You can make that focused in, or you can make it as broad as you like. If you are a transfer student, you may have noticed that some of your transfer courses appear at the bottom of your degree audit and have not been applied to a specific requirement. For example, let's say you took a 4-credit calculus class at your previous institution, but it's not applying to calculus here at ASU. What that likely means is that we have never seen that course in transfer from that previous college or university before. So you will need to submit that course for evaluation. So the bottom right box is the course equivalency search with the option to submit a course for evaluation. The upper box is something called My Path to ASU. So if you come upon this recording and you have not yet applied to ASU and you're attending a previous another college, you might like to see how those classes you're currently taking there apply to our major or another major at ASU. Back to the submit course for evaluation area. When you submit a course for evaluation, this is the drop-down menu that populates, and you'll notice you must supply a syllabus for the evaluation to occur. And the reason for that is a syllabus lays out the comprehensive plan for the course, including the content, the learning objectives and outcomes, the assessment overview and how grades were determined, the schedule of assignments, topics, readings, maybe even a reading list, versus the course description, which is really a brief entry in a school courses catalog that describes the concepts in the course, but it's not usually sufficient for a transfer evaluation determination. So keep that in mind. If you are a military student and you have identified yourself as such upon application, likely if you have a joint services transcript, it is here on file. These are evaluated on an individual basis with your assigned academic advisor once you're admitted to a specific program. If you have not identified yourself as a military student upon application, you can email militaryonline@asu.edu and give the military advocates permission to retrieve that joint services transcript from the American Council on Education. The ASU online format and what to expect. So our semesters encompass an A, B, and C session, either on campus or online. As an online electrical student, you will notice that all of your lower division courses, the 1 and 200 level courses, are in the A and B sessions. All of your upper division courses, the 3 and 400 level courses, are included in the C session class, which is 15 weeks. The summer session's a little bit different. It's kind of a catch-up semester, and the sessions are much, much shorter. Your A and B sessions are only 6 weeks long, and they cover math, general studies, and composition. And your C session classes are 8 weeks long, and they cover electrical engineering courses, chemistry, and physics classes only. The online format also, we get a lot of questions about whether or not the program is the same as our Tempe campus students, and the answer to that is yes. It is the same faculty and ABET accreditation as your Tempe colleagues. So keep that in mind. We get a lot of questions from students that say, is my degree going to stay online, etc. Absolutely not. You are in the same program. You are admitted to electrical engineering at ASU just as your Tempe campus students are as well. And you may even notice that in some of your classes, you'll find that we have on-campus students in those as well, because sometimes we offer a hybrid section for on-campus students to give them some additional access to extra classes. Also keep in mind that this is a 4-year program when students are taking 30 credits per academic year of required coursework. Even if you have a full bachelor's degree from a previous institution, but if it's in something completely different from engineering, the same 4-year time frame likely applies. And of course, attending part-time will increase the amount of time to degree completion. The average time to degree completion is 6 years. Setting yourself up for success. So expect to devote 20 to 30 hours per week of study time for a 3 or 4 credit hour class. And that's really minimal. So just keep that in mind. When possible, pair lab courses with non-lab courses. Of course, that will, obviously cut down on some of that time in class. We strongly encourage when you first get started to take 1 class per session to get your feet wet, to get acclimated to the rigor of the content. And just so you're aware, the FSE 100, the Introduction to Engineering class, which is typically a first semester course, it's 2 credit hours, but students report that due to the group lab projects, it requires about 20 hours a week, and that's just for an introductory class. So keep that in mind, especially those of you who work 40+ hours per week, and maybe you have other obligations outside of work. Maybe you have, a family, club organizations, anything extracurricular. You need to sort of pack that into your schedule. This is not a program for procrastination, that's for sure. So how do the online classes work? Well, our classroom management system that we use is Canvas. It's very similar to the other ones you might have used like Blackboard. That's where your instructor will post all of the announcements and class documents like your syllabus, your video lectures, and that's where you will turn in homework assignments and do your exams. RP Now is a service that we use that proctors your exams via webcam, and you must have an ASU Sun Card ID to kind of show to the webcam before you take an exam to prove that it's actually you. There will be some discussion boards that some faculty post, like Piazza or Yellow Dig, something along those lines. And then students always ask, well, how do the labs work? Well, we typically have modeling software that you download directly from the computer or classroom, online simulations, and then we have for the circuits series, you typically have to purchase a lab kit, but your instructor will tell you how that works. The hardware and software requirements are as follows. So of course you can use a desktop or a laptop. If you are a Mac user, you need to run Windows using something like Boot Camp or a similar program. High-speed internet connection to stream the video lectures. And the best internet browsers that we have found are Firefox or Chrome. Those are the recommended. And then again, a reminder that webcam is required for proctored exams. The recommended computer specifications from our faculty, this is something that they put together with University Technology Office. So if you have any questions about how your computer, kind of holds up to the mustard of all this, you can certainly reach out to UTO via your services tab on your My ASU, or you can contact them directly by calling the ASU 800 number and direct yourself to UTO. And then that's University Technology Office, which that acronym, you'll get used to a lot of acronyms around here. And then this link for dell.com.asu/ASU engineering can also give you examples of computers that meet these specs. So if you are a transfer student, transfer students only, take note of this 1 week long, no cost, dynamically dated workshop. This is for students to get reacclimated to going back to school, navigating ASU online, resources. It also goes through time management, etc. These three courses, ASU 11, 10, and 42, are for these specific populations. Again, this is only for transfer students. Students who have transferred in more than 24 credit-bearing, grade-received college classes. Anyone who is considered a first-year student, and that includes military students who have only ever taken military courses, you would be likely required to take the ASU 101 1 credit hour course as part of your degree process. Paying for school is an important component as well, and understanding, how that's going to work out for you. We in advising are not going to advise you on finance. We can give you the basics in terms of how many credits per semester you need to take. Financial assistance is really your go-to, and we want you to have these links at your disposal so you can certainly reach out to them and understand, how much tuition you're going to spend. There are tuition cost calculators. If you have applied for federal loans via FAFSA, obviously that's going to give you the totals that you're eligible for. You can also search for scholarships, and you can certainly reach out to them via these 2 phone numbers. Federal financial aid requirements in terms of minimum credit hours per semester. If you are going to be a full-time student and taking out full-time funding, 12 credits minimum is what you need to take per semester. So that likely means 6 credits in session A and 6 credits in session B. If you're a part-time federal financial aid student, the minimum requirement per semester is 6 credits to 11 credits. The number of credits per session is not used in the financial aid determination. It just means whatever session within that semester. So it could be you're taking 3 credits in session A and 9 credits in session C to make 12. That would mean you're a full-time student for that semester. Keep in mind, these minimums also apply to those students in the military who are taking out GI Bill and tuition reimbursement, as well as those other students who have tuition reimbursement from their employer, including those Starbucks students that I mentioned earlier. Getting started with math and composition. So if you have not transferred over any equivalent math to our program, the ALEKS math assessment is required for all students. If you have not transitioned over and transferred English 101 or 102, and you did not take the SAT or ACT exam in high school, you will be required to take the AccuPlacer composition placement as well. The scores for math are as follows. 0 to 60 is Math 117, college algebra. 61 to 75 is Math 170, pre-calculus. 76 to 100 is Math 265, calculus for engineers. And the reason I listed the math course numbers is because this same assessment is going to also show you other math classes that are required for other majors. You want to ignore those other classes. These are the three classes that you're going to be starting with. Same goes for AccuPlacer. Here are your scores. And again, these are for students who did not send their SAT, ACT scores or do not have the equivalent to English composition and transfer. Your Right Placer Plus score of 4 or below will start you in the sequence with Intro to Academic Writing. 5 to 7, you'll start directly in the first 3 credits out of the 6 with English 101 and then move on to 102. And if you get an 8, that allows you to take the advanced first year composition, which is English 105, which is 1 and 2 combined. That being said, that's only 3 credits versus the 6, so you need to ensure that you'll have 120 credits at the end of the day to graduate. You can always talk to your advisor about this information if you need more clarification. So a little follow-up. So what's next? I probably should have these listed in reverse. If you have not taken this seminar live, we encourage you to contact us today at askeenline@asu.edu or call us at 480-965-3424 to register for the live session. From that live session, you will get a comprehensive review with an academic advisor who will then be assigned as your academic advisor. If you don't do that, you will not have an assigned academic advisor. So keep that in mind. If you are a transfer student and you'd like to understand how to acclimate to the online environment here, register and complete the online free orientation workshop 10, 11, or 42. If you are a transfer student that I mentioned that sees that some courses are not actually applying anywhere yet, obviously those courses need to be evaluated. And of course, take the math assessment and the AccuPlacer if that applies to you, and calculate your cost of attendance. Here are a few more campus resources. Again, any military students can contact Military Online at asu.edu to connect with a military advocate. Everybody at the Tillman Center is a former military personnel, so they're really well versed in benefits, questions, groups, organizations, etc. Contact the Financial Assistance Department if you have any credit questions about loans, scholarships, grants, etc. Fulton Engineering also has tutoring, Fulton Tutoring at asu.edu, which is virtual tutoring in all subject at no additional cost. Most tutoring is drop-in in a small group format. And then again, if you have additional questions about any other majors that are offered online at ASU, certainly reach back out to ASU Online and they can assist you. Finally, I want to thank you for taking a look at our recorded session. Again, as a reminder, the live session will connect you with a professional advisor, and you can email us at askeonline@asu.edu or call us at 480-965-3424. We look forward to supporting you on your journey to earning your Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Welcome to ASU, and go Devils!